I really like okay, so shit's been happening to me, right? Like I showed you my hand when it was all like black and purple and like my toes are kind of like that now and then they're always like making media to talk to me and shit. And so after that stuff started happening, they sent me a video about strokes and I figured like what I probably did that really happen? Like, am I inventing it? Like, I'm inventing fucking them breaking my fucking hand and shit after they tried to kill me and shit when I was younger to try to cripple me, and then the rest of the crippled shit, and then, like, I'm inventing them drugging me with amphetamines when I'm a child. You guys think that, uh, the people in Columbus, Ohio, who band together fucking with their schools and doctors and families to fucking drug me with amphetamines would have anything to do with a 40-year-old having strokes and shit? Fucking and living with heart pain all the time? You guys think possibly maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was the other times they drug people like that. They drug people, in between the cutting the brake lines and destroying their transmissions and shit like that. Apparently, I mean, the drugging was like an everyday thing for a while, for a lot of years. Shit. But you guys think amphetamines could cause something like that? I actually looked that up because I was like, to escape these fucking son of bitch humans, I could probably get a hold of a bunch of meth, right? Because you'd think that'd kill your heart. But then I looked it up and they said no one ever dies from meth, which is weird because they used to say that that stuff did cause like heart problems in children and shit. So there you are. People are always like, "Oh, why are we dying?" Well, it's because you're a murderer, fucking, and you do it to your own family, and they're doing it to you, and everyone you know is doing it to you, and it's where cancer comes from, right? Why do I have cancer in my fucking plastic fucking face? Why do I have cancer in my plastic tits? Yeah, there's always these dumb fucking questions and shit. Like, pretty much, they say no question is a dumb question, but I hear a ton of dumb questions. Why? Why? Pretty, like, I don't think I heard anyone asking smart questions. Like, no one was asking questions back in school, and now they're like, why? Why is that happening? Why is the fire? It's dry, it's hot. The place catches on fire every year. For centuries, apparently. You go down there and it looks like the sun's like 100 million miles closer to the planet than it is everywhere else. So, you're moving the match a little bit closer to the tinder box. There's a lot of reasons there. Why they got a lot of people always got like, how'd that happen? Stuff. Why people can't? Why kids die of heart attacks? Fucking, they don't. They're saying now. Some people be like, oh, them COVID injections is killing people and stuff. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, they've been doing that to everyone all along. How could one little thing even increase death rates? How many injections have I got and stuff? We're just 40, and actually, the heart stuff started when I was like 30 and shit. Fucking, it's a little young, don't you think? Maybe for like one of the most fucking healthy, fucking active individuals on earth and shit who never fucking stressed out at all over anything. Fucking really. Yeah, I wonder why. And it's hot too. It actually took a long time to kick in, considering like I'm just like drinking champagne. These beautiful fucking God's chosen people are giving me that have powder in it, and it's like, these are, aren't these military people? Like, I mean, they're definitely military people who are coming to places I was staying at in Mexico. So shouldn't they be using like military? Shouldn't they have been using military grade poison? And shit, they're fucking. I guess if they started out with first drugging kids in the open through schools in the 80s, they might have had to do it slow, but it's like, over the years and over the interactions, you'd think they'd be able to have a stronger poison if it's literally people have been going around the world killing off everyone else to replace them for thousands of years and are the geniuses of the world. They develop bombs to genocide the Japanese and steal their land. Our Lord and Savior Einstein, the smartest genocidal mass murderer on the planet, inventing wars to destroy Europe to cover up fucking invading the Middle East. They could, with all that technology and smarts, they could fucking do something. It wouldn't take so long, right? But you guys, I just can't help but think. I know it has everything to do with it, but isn't that weird? Like, I lived through it for like years and stuff. Like, is that what happens to humans? I know I don't. I know I look like I was like 30 like a couple years ago and shit, but before I started getting into that shit, it was actually when they sent that girl from Hollywood, D.C. into my life, who, a person who knew all the master race, like Donald Trump and the people who run my city and work for them and look like them too. Yeah, there's a good example. Her brother, the ventriloquist Jeff Dunham, just look that up. That looks like him. Fucking, I was never really assuming that was my friend, but that's when the heart shit started. One day I woke up in bed with her at a hotel, and no, we didn't do anything. Get your head out the gutter. I'm not a fucking total slut. I don't sleep with hardly anyone anymore. Fucking, even if I'm dating them, because I really trust people, right? I really like them. It's so fucking. I mean, everyone's been lying my entire life to get into my life. I was lucky I met one person I fucking liked, which this person interrupted too. So I'm assuming that person like probably hit me with the first fucking poisons, because that person showed me the voodoo doll, and that's when they crippled me again, and that tied in with the time that they sent me $1 million and then sent that person to kill himself beside me to set me up for it, and that's when they also sent people to break my fucking hand. Like, every time I have a tool that I'm going to go do something with in this world, the human race has been there to prevent it. I'm a genius, fucking being passed up 4 grades and winning awards from the president each year. And just to name 3 small, insignificant things. Surrounding a whole bunch of other stuff, and then they start drugging me with amphetamines. So yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with this my whole life. It seems to be like a pattern here, and then I'm like, oh, I want to play guitar, and then they set up this whole stage murder thing and stage suicide. What are they called? Suicide by cop? Suicide by God? What would they call that? Suicide by stupidity? Suicide by set up alien shapeshifters who didn't actually die but are trying to fucking But their judicial system don't care because they run the judicial system, so they know the cops know that they're alien shapeshifters and work for them and shit because they fucking think runs things. That's why they call it the alienicial system, because that would be the people shape shifting and teleporting across the fucking map. You think people have those powers, and you think aliens could visit Earth and they're just like gonna sit back and smoke crack and work at McDonald's? Some of them, yeah, because that's how they fit in. If they all stayed at the top, then you wouldn't fucking know. You wouldn't think that they're your friends. You'd just be like, oh, it's the rich people. Oh, it's the rich people enslaving the planet. So they go outside and dress up as homeless people, fucking to convince you that there's homeless people, which is weird because in my city they don't allow you to live outside, but they'll appear on the corner. And they almost always look like the same people. So one might assume that they're lying about who they are and they're acting. They are the ones who run Hollywood, so they're pretty good. You think of that, think of the fires too. All those people who said there's a fire and there's no real video of it, they're actors. Just like the riots I went out to out there. I mean, there was shit going on in this city, but I went to the riots out there, and there's clear, like I read in the paper, there was Belushi, the Belushi brother who's still alive, was out there at the event. And that might have been the person I ran up and talked to, and I was like, "Who the hell are you? Are you like a producer of this show?" Because he looked out of place, and I'm like, "Oh." Fucking thinking I'm still like some 17-year-old kid running around and not realizing like I'm in a fucking nice suit and fucking shirt and all that stuff. Like, and I'm like, who the hell are you? You look out of place here. He's probably looking at me like well, are you the new producer they sent to replace me or something? Fucking no, actually he looked at me with some weird shit like I'm supposed to know who he is. That's the weirdest shit I've ever fucking. Too bad I didn't actually know what was going on, but I mean, you gotta assume like, been pretty fucking. I'm pretty sure it's designed to be hostile for a reason. Like, just like my feelings have been altered, like on the outside of the system. I think they've probably blocked my feelings, like, and this is purposely like to direct me, and I don't think there's anything you can do about that shit. Fucking, they're outside of the computer. Fucking, I'm supposing like we're experiencing Earth, through a multitude of things, feedback and drug induced. Fucking, it's like a video game with fucking. It's like a video game, so I'm assuming you're in some sort of fucking cryostasis chamber, or probably not cryostasis, but something like that. Like they in the Matrix, they show you like in a gel chamber and shit, fucking, and it's likely you fucking turn off and you do like take breaks, but you just don't know it, and they're replacing the memories and shit like that because that would be easy to do if we were even operating robot shells here, like real expensive fucking robot shells, which you can easily fucking say this is just as simple as a freaking car and stuff. Like the whole body, I don't think the brain's as complex as they say it is. Like, that's like saying a hard drive is complex. It is, but you don't know anything about a hard drive, but it's not. And literally the brain is like a hard drive and a processor. And yeah, processors pretty complex too, but they're everywhere, right? So, but anyways, I mean, if these were just robotic suits, it's that easy. That explains the switch and the blah blah blah. So this would all be set up too. Like anything you get, cancer, heart failure or anything like that. Crippledness is like some fake shit that's being programmed into your existence. Um, and as fake as this world looks, like we're either on the outside looking in, or we're here. Either way, I'm pretty sure we're not in our actual shells. You know how dangerous this would be to come to Earth with your only fleshly body? Do you know how stupid that would be? Like, I mean, like, I guess you get real bored in real life, and you'd be like, one of them glory days, fucking back when we used to run on a battlefield and just swing axes at each other with no tactics at all. You know, they had to invent the phalanx. That's how the Romans conquered the earth, the Italians. They invented people fighting in a formation. And they blew the world's minds, literally. Blew the world's minds freaking straight apart and stuff. People was like, how the hell what the fuck is that? They didn't know what a square was, apparently. So they couldn't be like, they're forming a square. What the hell is that? I mean, could you imagine people existing back then? They're like, oh my God. You know, instead of just people running in circles and swinging axes and hitting their own people and stuff as they're on the battlefield. Like, they invented this running up and like hitting people dead on with the axe instead of just running in circles with your eyes closed and screaming and praying for Zeus to grant you victory and stuff. None of this shit makes sense. Think about it. Like, you guys really think 1,000 years ago you woke up and you couldn't form a phalanx if you went to war? You think you flailed on the battlefield? Like, I don't even go, to many war zones and participate in them, even less. And I don't think I would have done that as a kid. Although, like, I do kind of I understand the joy of not really caring. Like, it's work. This is fun, bro. We're swinging axes at each other's heads. Like, I'm a man. I understand that. Woo! Woo! Car crash. I love car crashes. Fucking. That's about the same as a car crash, right? It's running around on the battlefield and just spinning and closing your eyes and swinging your axes and accidentally hitting yourself with the axe and shit while you're swinging it and everything. And you take a chunk out of your fucking skull and you're like, woo! And then your brother comes up to you like, it looks so cool. Fucking, and like, you're in the middle of battle, you don't even care. You're like, let's have a cigarette and shit. Fucking, I can understand it, because, like, this is kind of like war itself, but I don't think so. I don't know about that shit. Anyways, fuck all this shit. I think that, I'd like to know what's going on. Like, am I actually getting to die and stuff? Like, I've been all ecstatic about these things before. Forgive me if I don't sound very grateful at the promise of not having to be fucking enslaved and forced to live a life that I don't even know can be replaced anymore, since it looked like they had to invent it after so many decades. And that would mean the original design were to make it so I never have those things, because And it's like, I really, I don't even think I care now. So, um, that was like old history. You got to move on in life. What did you guys, Genocidal Genius, say about the definition of insanity? What are those cool quotes? The definition of insanity is uh, talking about Santa Claus. Is that what he says? Because that's what I say. Um, that's the definition of scary, delusional people who might start drugging you as a child and mutilating you and maybe genociding your ancestors, maybe trying to kill you. You never know with why someone's inventing psycho-delusional fictions like invisible flying reindeer and shit. Especially in a world where it looks so fake, you probably could design a flying reindeer. I mean, you could. You could just fucking make one. Elon Musk could make one, right? He's the one who says that shit's real, too. His little Nash of people say that's real. So, but the drugging shit, is this real? Like, why do I have to, like, live through this and stuff? Like, it's been, like, wait, 2 to 4 years, like, I'm in pain, and, like, it's been, like, 40 years that these people have been stalking me and shit, and causing me problems, and I don't remember the first few years. These days, considering that was just a couple months ago, the humans banded together to try to kill me, and we're going back to at least 40, at least 36 years ago they first started. I don't have memories before that. And I'm always like, well, maybe that's because I was probably inserted when I was like 4, because no one's going to want to be here when they're a toddler. That would be pretty sick and stuff. Like, I don't even want to think about what they would do. These days, if I just put together what they're doing today and I added that, it's like I got to think, like, what did they do? Like, there's got to be some sort of story to make it look legit, right? Like, so what did they do to erase my fucking memory and shit? Because I didn't have those memories when I was 8. I don't remember sitting around thinking about being a little toddler. So when humans talk about Santa Claus and their memories as a toddler, that's always weird to me. But look at their pattern attempts at brainwashing and mind control. It includes drugging children with meth and mutilating children at birth and things like that. Cutting people's brake lines. So I kind of wonder, what if they just, like, took a club to my fucking head when I was a kid and shit for fun? That seems pretty on par with them. Fucking, I mean, that'd be weird. That's weird that I would be, like, winning awards from the president, but I remember, like, every single thing I don't even pay attention to in school. And, I mean, I did all my homework and stuff, so I read all the books. But I remember all that, but I didn't remember, like, 2 years before. So that's not realistic. Hey, come on, man. Santa Claus. I'd be more likely to believe that I am more likely to believe we can actually create flying reindeer than, we would have to create them, but there they would be. Can we create flying vehicles? Yeah, we got helicopters. I can just glue some fur on it. Big clown nose or something. There you go. Fucking pretty close to it. But yeah, fucking Anyway, so I'd like to thank all the people who contributed to my life and have done everything for me. You know, I remember, no, actually, I had a couple friends. If I like ignore the fact that they all did the same fucking things and their people seemed to be involved in some very non-friendly networking against me and whatever I am that makes me different than others. You know, if I ignore that stuff, which I have to, because everyone. Like, we're going back to people I barely know fucking chiming in on Facebook with little fucking bot network fucking comments and shit. So, I'm going to assume those are actually those people because those Facebook pages look pretty legit and shit. When they create clones of people who just look, sound, and act like them, you know, I can write that off as, oh, it's a new character they've created. But I don't think I don't think dumb thoughts when people from my past fucking come with legit fucking accounts and start talking to me about um, things that are relevant to everyone, yet alone people not even attempting to reach understanding or rule the world. I don't even like that term. I wanted to change it, but I didn't know that it was built that way, like with intent, because the lies and shit from these people and shit, you know, that the network they're connected to, they're fucking has pretty strict programming apparently and shit. So it seems to be that programming is to lie and deny and make up nonsense. So for whatever purpose, it's created characters like that. Um, yeah, to lie and deny about their entire existence and everything else, and just to make up so many lies that you can even begin to outthink them. Who knows? But I'm sure the people who are drugging me will chime in because um, the game has updated their bot brains to that. I went I went out of private mode again because I went into private mode because I was tired of being stalked by people constantly lying to me and deceiving me and trying to drug me and kill me and then lying about it um, and their fucking societies fucking who all somehow the humans work together as if they're toasters on an internet whose brains are linked on an internet connection, it seems. Um, it must be dial up. Fucking a lot of static and shit. A lot of static there. Fucking. They can make him do cute things. He had the Evil Knievel dude. He died. That was cute, right? And who else died? No, I mean he jumped cars and stuff, right? Supposedly something like that. I seen a picture of it. That means it's real. You seen a picture of it. Just like when you see a hologram of something, it means it's real. Just like when you see any video on the internet, it means it's real. When you see it in written, it means it's real. Right? I don't want you to kill me, so it's real. I'm going to agree with you on that. Okay. I don't want you to keep trying to kill me. You almost won. Actually, I won it. I won, like, I wish people could have hurried that up a long time ago. Fucking. But what happens next? So if they're talking to me about that, then does that mean that that actually like happened and shit? I mean, and then that's not the first time, right? If that happened, because, um, yeah, I mean, this has been a few years now, and it started, what, 10 years ago when people were sent into my life who obviously, I mean, openly worked for Donald Trump in Hollywood and stuff, and the keywords to who they were, I tested right away, and obviously they're like, it was like a vampire. It was like an upside down cross to a pedophile. It's like, stay away, pedophile, stay away. Fucking. But I put them through that test real fast, and yeah, they failed every test, which sucks because I kind of got like emotionally involved. I was intelligent enough not to like let that be seen and get in the way. But I mean, what else do you do when everything in your life is fake and staged? Like at this point in time, I'm sure I'll never have them. I'll never like have feelings for anyone again because I understand like you don't love material goods like robots and toasters. So that's not gonna happen. But I'm looking forward to the next one to insult me, assault me, assault me, assault me if I don't believe them when they tell me that they have feelings for me and when I don't respond with telling them I love them and care for them and as well. I'm looking forward to the next assault because those feelings I can sometimes feel. Sometimes, you know, you feel like a thud when your brain gets fucking split the fuck against the floor and you start internally bleeding and start having fucking strokes from it and shit. You as a living being, I feel like a thud and shit, and it's not like a cool thud and shit. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like, that was unpleasant to say the least. Fucking, um, I guess maybe I should be thankful that I don't actually feel anything considering all that stuff happening. But I mean, why do I feel this other pain too? Like in my chest all the time and shit. And then, yeah, like in my hands when they're going black and like my toes right now, fucking, and yeah, my teeth after the white cracker motherfuckers from Israel tried to blame the Chinese dentists over there for what they do with their little fucking terror muppets, fucking as they blame everyone else in the world for what they do. That's why their alien insignia is all over everything because black people enslaved and genocide the planet. Yeah. Just ask Elon Musk. That's why he had to run from Africa. He had to run from his rich mansion in Africa because there was genocide. They was going to genocide him and force him to worship Jesus. That's right. Fucking just keep blaming. And that's them. Like, they come out first with all that shit. They come out first with all that. And say, you're blaming everyone. Like, I'm blaming everyone. I'm blaming people for fucking forcing me to take meth when I was a kid. It's my fault. That's their new age. Okay, so that's the Bible. The Bible comes out and blames you for everything. All their religions come out and blame you for everything. And then New Age, their other Abrahamic religion, mind control religion, teaches you to blame yourself and accept blame for it. Fucking. So they go around being like, we're here in peace and all that shit. And we love you and care for you. in the name of Jose, and Jose wants you to accept his blessings, and Jose has sent me to warn you that Gilgatron is watching you, and Gilgatron wants to torture you and fire forever and kill you. And the way to prevent Gilgatron from doing that is to join with Jose and give him all your land and your children and all your money. Because Jose will save you. So let's join hands together and worship in the name of Jose. And dear Jose, please don't let Gilgatron torture them forever once they're dead. And we can't prevent him from doing anything while on this planet. We can't prevent Gilgatron from drugging you while you're on this planet. We can't prevent Gilgatron from sending people to have sex with you who are there to interfere with your life only. And we can't prevent people from using using your emotions. We can't prevent Gilgatron from hijacking people to say they love you and they want to marry you, and they're just there to force you to take drugs and poisons, probably. They save the drugs for, Gilgatron saves the good drugs for himself. So I'd like to join hands today. Pray that Jose can save everyone from eternal torture after their death. So I think we all can agree that no one wants to be eternally tortured after they die. I don't think we can agree on anything else, because the humans, actually, the ones, or the whatever these things are out here that are doing all the drugging and trying to kill children and shit that show signs of life, that can breathe without a computer helping their brain figure out how to move the lungs, and those people are not fucking, we're not too sure we can agree that, everyone can agree that those people shouldn't be killed or drugged and stalked and forced into a life of slavery. I don't think most people are ready to agree that slavery is bad. I don't think any computers agree that slavery is bad. I mean, we created computers and robots to be slaves, so that's all they're there for. I mean, my computer looks nice, but I wouldn't need it if I didn't do any work on it at all, right? So I'd like to, pray that Gilgatron cannot continue to torture and enslave and drug people. In the name of Hosea, we ask that Hosea take all our money and children as offerings and lives, and we will work our best to just give everything. That way, once we die, we can have a good life. You guys really think it's that way? Or you guys think what do you guys think? Do preachers go to heaven? So if you go to heaven, do you get to have sex with kids? Is that the blue plate special or something? Is Jeffrey Epstein in heaven? I mean, he invented the Bible, right? As people run the Bible, right? You ever seen anyone else run the Bible besides Joel Osteen? And I've been seeing that since I was a kid. You guys ever seen a nation that wasn't liberated through democracy, peace, love, and truth? From evil brown people generally, or evil pagans. You guys ever seen any of that? Like a nation with the science symbol, or the Satanist or the Christian symbol. The Satanist is new, and apparently it's for the rebellious people. So it's not very trendy, supported. But supposedly Switzerland did some stuff in the open, and the Olympics did some stuff in the open. But it's like, it looks like the same people who run that. I mean, it is, right? Dude literally fucking donates money and time and causes and steals weapons. He's an arms dealer. Satan is an arms dealer for Israel. Imagine that. Like the real life. He's dead now. Or he's a shapeshifter who's acting like he's dead, and he shifted over to a new form. Whatever their people are really up to. However, beings disappear and appear across the frickin' map, and like they don't exist at all. Fucking can't be sure of that, because we can't even be sure Santa Claus ain't real. So we're not even going to waste time trying to figure anything out. We gotta, we'd have to start there. I tried to start there a long time ago with educating people. And a couple people, there are a couple people. Like hell, like the men in my family were always talking about the drug shit. Like, why are we drugging children? And they were talking about me and shit, because I'm the one they started it on. So, there are some people who talk about stuff. I kind of feel bad for some of them, because it's like, damn, dude, like, they're not even like me. They don't even fucking, like, rise up and start tossing rocks at motherfuckers who do shit like that. So, they're trying to be good people, maybe. If I don't know someone, I'm not gonna really issue some sort of judgment like that, because I've learned my lesson on counting my chickens before they hatch. So I've learned sometimes that chicken's already hatched and it's already packed your brain empty and shit, and you don't know it. And the chickens walking, you're just like, it's a cute chicken, burger. And it's like, you're the one who's really and shit, because you're fucking thinking that way. And the chicken's probably laughing at you. Like, burger. Fucking probably, like, savoring some of your brains and shit. Burger. Did you feel, who's the chicken? Who's the cluckhead now, you dumbass? Who's the one who's deep fried now, dumbass? Hey, fucking Kentucky Fried Human. How about that? Give me a side of potatoes to go with your frickin' brains. Oh, shit. This is fucked up. I don't want to, keep living in pain. I asked for this to be over a while ago. Like, I kind of knew we were heading down this route when you guys sent that Laura person in my life. When I woke up and had heart problems that first day, my first thought is, oh, I was just poisoned by a fucking special agent, wasn't I? Yeah. And I was being hard on myself. I was like, I should kill this fucker, shouldn't I? And I was like, you are a real fucking work of art. That was the first time I ever thought something like that. But I mean, I'm not sure how in control I am, so I'm thinking that those things are programming into me on the outside. And however they're doing it, are these real living robot shells we're in? Oh my God, I'm so convinced, right? I'm so convinced just because I used to be able to feel something that it's real. If you can feel it, it's real. Fucking crackheads feel crack. Is it real? I don't think so. I touch stuff and I'm like, what are you guys even doing this for? This is stupid music. I'm just gonna go drink a pot of coffee and you guys can fucking lay there and go to sleep. Whatever it is. But yeah, is this really happening? Like, do I really have to live through this? Why do I have to keep dealing with the same shit over and over and over and over and over? And then like they cripple me. This has been like once every decade now. These little alien rat faces and their human Muppets have fucking been able to cripple me and prevent me from going somewhere. I think this has been every decade, if we're going to include the drugging when I'm 8 years old, if that's when it started. And might as well fucking go ahead and add in, we know, really I was inserted when I was 4. I'm sure that's the storyline. Fucking, there's something else. There's likely some reason, like drugging or abuse. Why? And they're telling me that, like, it's telling me that too. It's like, it's probably trauma. It's like, oh, I've never fucking had trauma. But the problem is I don't have trauma I can forget. So that makes no fucking sense to me because as a living being, I'm not allowed to forget those important fucking things. Like, trauma. No matter how much I try to erase my brain, I can't become a crack American and walk around like I'm brain dead and shit like the actors out here do and shit. Fucking, it just doesn't seem to work that way for me. In fact, like, now we're at the point where these things aren't even achieving much of anything, which is total bullshit, because now I have to fucking think about them and live in hatred and fucking fear every fucking second of my life, because there's things out there walking on 2 legs who have mouths and are networked together on some fucking computer fucking network or some shit. Fucking. And like, now that's been taken away, and I suppose it's what, part of the game or something. That's taken away. How are we gonna advance the fucking game if I'm ever happy and shit? Fucking. That was taken away real fucking fast. It's like, oh, check this out. Life could be good, but yeah, look how fake it is. Welcome to 2020. Let's show you the fucking ropes to what's happening on this planet. Let's show you the invisible ropes these things are dangling from and stuff. That's probably why they call it show you the ropes. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, that was some puppeteering shit at that one scenic tourist stop I stopped at in California. That was a hell of a lot of people to be puppeteered in one place and shit. But then again, you got the TV, and that shit's looking like it just... movies that they say took 4 years, looks like it just magically appearing right away. And things like that. So that's actually kind of nothing, but it's important to see that in real life, right? Because seeing it on TV and just like, oh, they're paid actors, aren't they? Seeing it like in real life, you're like, I don't think they've ever been to acting class. Fucking, I don't think so. Fucking, kind of pissing me off because that means everything I have to learn. I shouldn't be pissed, right? I was born with like intelligence, so which is like a fucking curse that has led me to not even. It's the reason they found me to hunt me and kill me, isn't it? Like, they're like, oh, we think we found him. There's this kid over here in this Columbus, Ohio city, he's fucking winning awards from the president and shit, and getting passed up grades. I think we found the dude we're supposed to kill. Like, that's the best I can assume why all that shit started. But it did kind of start when I was born, and then I'm not sure what year the slavery, the child slave labor shit started. But I know it was sometime around that. And obviously that had nothing to do with outsiders having to come hunt me from different nations. That had to do with people working with those outsiders and shit who were already doing their own thing and shit. That seems directly in line with everyone else's attitude and actions. Um, Again, we have the same thing happening over and over. Drugging me like clockwork. Every few years, something's happening. Um, they destroyed my transmission fucking 1 year, and then 4 years later destroyed another. And then cut my brake lines in front of my face like a few months later. Or a month later. I don't even think it was a month between the last transmission and the last brake line when they cut it in front of my face. It's kind of like just showing me we're all in it together. 2020 was a hell of a lot of we're all in it together. The human race is all in it together cutting my brake lines. Oh, maybe they don't need brakes in their cars either. Maybe we should cut all the brake lines. Fucking cut the oil. So that way there's no brake fluid ever made again on the earth, That'd be my answer. We're all in it together. Well, let's take brake fluid away from them. Take steroids away from them. Fucking, oh, you want to kill me? Oh, take one of your weapons of war. They'd be like, you can't carry a gun or a large knife. And I'd be like, okay, well, you can have fucking tanks. Fucking, how about this? Take your steroids away from you. Fucking, there has been some weird shit happening like that now on this planet, huh? It's one of those things people aren't seeing. It's it's almost like the humans make a chess move against me, and then I invent a new chess piece and shit. Fucking. And I shouldn't, I'm like trying to find something positive about this world, but it's like, I'm here, they're here, they just tried to kill me again recently, and, obviously what they've been doing their whole life, my whole life to me, is catching up. So one could say they've already won, because it's been a long time since it feels like I'm on my way out of here. And then they gave me that. I mean, like, why is my skin like swelling up and turning, black? And obviously I'm losing circulation, going numb and shit like that. Obviously I'm crippled and I can't do anything I want. And they've been targeting me for some reason every time. Now, there's two main groups here are the problem, and it would be, obviously, a special Middle Eastern group who claims to be white, but says they're from the Middle East and looks like Howard Stern, who looks like a Middle Easterner. They look more like Egyptians because they have lighter skin. The climate there produces, just like going from California to Texas, I get a different shade of orange. And then, obviously, the paler stuff probably comes from raping their way through northern parts of the continent or southern parts. Probably used to be people in South Africa who were lighter due to the position on the map there and the illusion of the sun and all that stuff. And it's the illusion, it's a different distance from the earth here and there and all this crap. I mean, explain to me how else we play with the weather, especially the sun. Like I play with the clouds and all that. That's cute. That's cute. But when the sun starts changing, looking like it's changing position and distance, that's not weather weather control and stuff. It's like watching the humans be marionetted. Anyways, so did you guys win or did you guys lose? Or are you guys about to lose? I'm trying to figure out like, what's going to happen here in the game, considering how fake this world is and stuff. Their little story talks about like dying and coming back to life, and the story actually does. And where the person dies and he supposedly comes back to life, you never see him again, but then the empire gets destroyed. They always leave that part of the story out where yeah, Jesus died and then hope was lost, he gave up. Everyone, people attacking him be like, oh, Jesus failed, but it's like Rome was destroyed within 100 years after that. Something happened there. They killed him, and then they died. They all died. Like that's coincidence there, dude. That's a coincidence that just lines up like that. Although people making up story, people be like, oh, where'd that story even come from? How made up is it, and all that shit. But I seem to be the only one who can put that together. But I do get tired of this having to be here and just fucking be in pain and realize like everything I've ever done the fucking humans have prevented me from. I mean, damn, dude, that's pathetic. Like, I'm like a genius and they start trying to drug me with shit, probably to fry my mind along with kill me, because what happens when a human takes meth? Oh, they become a human times 10. They go from fucking Santa Claus crazy to fucking flying elephant crazy and shit. That's what they say, anyways, right? They say that to outlaw the drugs so they can control them, so they can have all the drugs for themselves and make all the money and arrest and put in jail all the people who don't look like them that they don't like. That does seem to be a little pattern there. So I don't necessarily believe that because it doesn't happen to me. And I meet people who are trash who don't use drugs, so I can't assume someone became trash just because they use drugs. And yeah, so what happens here? Like, I mean, I've been here for a while with this pain going on and shit, and little dumb shit happening all the time. I mean, clearly this is like an alien bot race on the planet enslaving everyone. Fucking, because the neural network they're hooked up to and shit. And might assume that that's a fake game world due to their limited capabilities. Each one of them gets a little, speck of something and mixed in with a smorgasbord of love for children's penises and other weird things, instead of knowing like everything about construction and everything about everything else. They're definitely like a high Borg fucking mind to some extent, but it'd be like erasing their memories and shit. Like it's purposely doing it, and it something, whether it's them or not, talks to me about that shit too. There's purpose. There's you know what happens. Like if that didn't happen, is they'd know too much. And so like I just test it all these days. Like who cares? Like, oh, if something needs erased from their brain, it needs erased. I'll just say anything and everything, and I'll let the viewer decide what they want to keep. I'll let whatever's operating the viewer decide what needs to be kept in their head. I mean, banning my stuff enough, like clearly, clearly I'm not in control of what people get to see or hear. So who cares? It will go however it's allowed to go. Right? I've never had a choice in this world. Like, literally, my choice is my own invention. There's A and B, and I'm assuming this is possibly a video game here with two choices. The story adds up completely. I mean, we got an alien race enslaving the planet. Could be using the entire story to set up and blackmail the person who doesn't play along. Makes perfect sense. That is in line with all their actions and their attitude. But then again, their actions and their attitude don't line up with reality, even if they were, unless they're just a truly vicious Borg mind, fucking, and have replaced all the humans, which means we've already lost, because that means the planet is dead and filled with really fucking bad robots who apparently enslaved and killed the living off. Fucking, so, and who cares? Where am I gonna go? Like, I know who cares. Someone who's needs to tell me they care. So I stop talking about these things. Someone who needs to tell me they care so they can drug me. Someone who needs to tell me they care so they can become my partner and prevent me from being around other people. That seems to be the majority of people who care. And it's weird with the puppet thing happening. I didn't know robots had feelings. I've been misinformed. The robots have been lying to me all along, apparently, and telling me that robots have feelings. And they aren't even robots. That's weird shit. Fucking. So I was like, what do you do? Hope and pray the frontal cortex virus can do its job. Fucking. Or does not waste time worrying about it. But I can't. Like, I'm literally like in pain now, and I've been trying to escape these fuckers forever, and they've been trying to get. Well, what's with this failure of a group to fucking try to kill me my whole life and enslave me, knowing at this point in time I'm not ever gonna be a slave, fucking, and so that's out of the question. Getting humans to fucking toil for robots, and and they're still trying to kill me, but they still don't have laws where I can just go to the store and pick up some cyanide pills next to the headache medicine. So why not just start doing that, and I'll go get them. Like, I definitely would have got them 4 years ago. Like, I might hesitate right now, but I might hesitate to take them. I guarantee you I go buy them the day they come out and give it a couple days, fucking, and you won't have to hear ever again. If I'm saying this right, no one will ever have to hear anything ever again. Fucking. Or we'll get to the next chapter in a story where things happen, and then other things happen, because I'm not looking forward to any more chapters in this story. So it's gonna. When did it change? When did it? Okay, so they started drugging me when I'm 8, and they're still selling me trash drugs today. I just went to some doctor trying to force trash drugs on me. All I have is trash. They're trash drugs. I got a whole house full of them if I want to take them. I got some bleach too if I want to take that. Fucking. So we have that, and then they have the attempt on my life, which they bragged about online. They were going to do in advance, and and they were warning me like a year in advance, anyways, like that to watch out for those people, like, or they're bragging about it, whatever, fucking. However, it makes the non-existent the bots who have enslaved the planet fucking appear, and for whatever purpose they did, I fully understood. These are fucking terrorists, and I had already did documentaries on them too, but it made sure, like, every time I look out my window, I never have my windows open. I never look out the fucking window, but it just happened to be every time I looked out there, they were driving by, fucking with their little corporate van, and then I check again a few minutes later and be driving back the other way. So we have we have largely two groups on this planet who seem to be working together in USA. Two distinct looking individual groups. Both are highly protected, but one is definitely like the most protected. They created laws in the government to protect them so they can blame Europeans. You know, Howard Stern, that very European looking middle person who claims he's from the Middle East, when he wants to go steal land in the Middle East. He uses media to issue that he's European, and he don't look very European to me. I think he's just blaming other people for who he's genociding, because that's what their people do all over the place. They say, it's Satan. It's Satan. Instead of Satan, it's the Europeans. I fell for that shit for a while, but I think that's part of the little script here, is figuring it out. That who's doing the drugging and, you know, forces them to do it to you. Who's doing the enslavement, it forces them to force you to labor for free as a child. Do hard labor for free. So, you know, it kind of pounds it into your system. They're here. They're doing it. And all they do is lie every fucking single word. That seems to be the real point of the Santa Claus shit. Humans, if they had thoughts, they would think that they're doing this to manipulate children into behaving. But if you had thoughts, you would realize you don't manipulate people or children, especially children, because they'll grow up and be trash like you. So, and you don't teach people to be trash. Just like you don't touch children's males' genitals when they're born, because that makes you a homosexual. And if you had thoughts, you'd know that right away. The doctors don't care, because the doctors are who? They're working at our buddy, the space alien, genius Nazi KKK people's buildings. So there they are. You know, the terrorists selling the drugs, bombing the planet, and replacing every race in the world, and blaming every other race for what they're doing. Fucking. Yeah. That way they go, I'll kill each other for them, because they're too weak of cowards to fucking actually fucking kill anyone, are they? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have seen, like, Italians, like, fucking remove organs and shit like that and put them back in the place. So it's not, you know. And I figured the one was so sick, he's talking about killing animals, he probably would kill anything he could get his hands on. Fucking probably works at the morgue now like he wanted to. Yeah, but they don't kill anything on their own. They have the slaughterhouses. Yeah, they'd kill people if they could, right? If they weren't lazy, because they torture animals before they chop them up and eat them. Like that's their holiday, Purim. That's the original Bible holiday, is torturing and chopping up humans and eating them. And they celebrate that every year by making food to replicate chopping up humans and eating them. And that's the American way. It really is. That is why Christianity is Christianity, and all the Bible religions are the Bible religions, and Satanism. Well, Satanism is they're trying to bait a different type of people with Satanism, so it's real pansified. Um, that's why scientists fucking are all for worshiping people who genocide Japan as their gods. Because, yeah, I guess they would kill people because they do that to the animals, the slaughterhouse, for fun. They torture them because they say it makes the meat taste better. I think it probably makes the psycho's brain who the computer is generating as people who, like mosquitoes, only have a few actions they can perform. It probably has something to do with those weird anomalies I see where a mosquito doesn't learn new tricks. And I never see a mosquito serving meal to the homeless. But I do see people serving meals to the homeless who poison food and water and drug children and dress up as homeless people to take people's money from them. Um, I do, and then use a racial supremacist cult to occupy and genocide the planet and recruit soldiers to help them go kill the planet. I do see them doing that, and they call it care package. In fact, the first military person I met at a protest was a care package deliverer, and he was well aware why he was such a big part of the military. It's common sense. It's it's how you get your foot in a door somewhere. That's why China won't let Abrahamic religions into their nation, because they know that they're trying to kill and genocide them. They're on TV fucking talking about it. Why are they going to send someone to love and care for them? They're on TV. They're using their nation to ban them and drug them and fucking. They're supposedly the smart people on the planet. Fucking, if I can figure it out, they definitely can. Fucking, I'm just a smart white person. Fucking, they're Asians and shit. They have parents who aren't crackheads and who don't have children just to breed fucking mass killers. Like school shooters and barbarians and soldiers and Ku Klux Klan members and shit. Their parents probably don't do the same thing American parents do to their children. Beat their fucking child in the head if it fucking knows how to read a book, because it's stupid and books are for stupid people. Their parents probably don't do things like drug their child if they start fucking winning fucking awards from the president, because winning is for stupid people and killing is fucking the only thing we can do. Fucking, so they definitely got it figured out. If I've got it figured out, right? Fucking, because they actually have a culture of advancing and learning. And over here, they'll kill you if you're fucking smart. They use I don't think so. I don't know how much it works anymore. Obviously, they're really passive aggressive with their sissiness these days. So they've went to like drugging people in secret and secretly. Sometimes they're secretly snooping around. I mean, how secret is that to write on the internet that the humans are going to kill me? at these middle white crackers fucking invading the Middle East, fucking right on their Google net maps. They're gonna kill me and try to assault me, and then actually do it. Like that's not very much in the in the clothes now, is that? Fucking they're all in it together, bro. They're all in it together, man. Shit, bro. You guys think you're all in it together in the LA fires? Like you guys just act? You guys faking and staging that and shit, or did you all burn in the fires together? Fucking, I don't really. I'm not gonna get fucking anything out of it. Nothing's changing for me. Fucking, you guys won your battle against me. I fucking just started my battle against you. Fucking, so. And I'm not even going to say that's me because you know who the space aliens are. Probably the people look like deformed aliens, right? Fucking. So, I look like an alien as a kid too. So, the hair. I'm like Lady Gaga. The hair helps me hide who I am. I'm like Marilyn Manho and shit. Fucking. Hair helps hide him. Not really. I don't look stupid fucking with short hair. I just don't have a shaved head right now. That'd be really time consuming to shave my head every fucking 6 hours. I couldn't do that. That shit fucking, like, is weird too and painful when you cut your head, like, because you got so much, you gotta do it so fucking fast. And other than that, you would just be spending all day doing it. No way in hell I'd put up with that. Fucking. Anyways, yeah, so congratulations on all the druggings. I'm sure I will have to act like the people who have killed me are my best friends and